Well, hello there, and welcome to Legless Not Lifeless, Living the Nightmare Chasing a Dream. Here we are on a small trip down to South Mid Wales. It was going great, the weather was brilliant, but yet we knew that we were going to be heading into some snow, and unfortunately we get well and truly stuck. And I mean well and truly stuck. So please watch the video to find out what happens, and I'll be back with you in a little bit to explain as we go along. Well, welcome to Legless Not Lifeless, Living the Nightmare Chasing the Dream. We're on a short break away to South Wales. On our way down there, we're 3 hours into the journey and another 3.5 hours to go. Stopped at Telford Services, great place to stop and just have a quick break. Hope you enjoy the rest of the journey. So it's at this point as we come round this corner that I realise that the snow is getting quite bad. I still don't think it's too bad, we can get by, the road's clear. And then we come to this point here, and this is the first time that it actually looks dodgy. And then as soon as I turn this little bit of a corner, that's it. I know that we ain't getting through there. No matter what we try and do, there's no way that I'm going to try and drive through that. It was 3-4 foot deep. It was right up to the sump of the bottom of the van, and I thought, well, I'll just have a quick look and try and turn around. And at this point I suddenly realise, yeah, I can go backwards, but then I get stuck. I can go forwards a little bit, but by this point, as you can see there, I'm just sliding off to the right. I've lost all grip, and the grip is just losing it, and I'm just sliding and sliding. The wheels are just spinning, and no matter what I try and do, I cannot get it out. I can go forward a little bit, but the fear is going too far forward. I've had it, and also sliding even further to the right
to get out
is a real problem, because if I slide too far to the right, there's a 2 foot ditch there that I can't be going into right at the edge of the road. You can hear the wheels just spinning and spinning. I open my door at this point to try and see how bad it is and realise we are well and truly stuck and there's no way I can get my wheelchair out.
I want to go walk to a farm.
So Hayley offers to walk to a farm. And I'm contemplating what we do here because I have no idea how we're going to get out of this. So at this point I've gone through into the back of the van and I've managed to get the shovel, that we have a little portable shovel out, and I'm trying to scrape around the wheels to see if we can get some of the snow out and get some of the grip out. That's what you can hear there. Bearing in mind that I'm having to do this sat on my bum. And at that point we were able to get down to quite a bit of hard concrete.
Manuka, move!
Manuka's jumped out by this point and having a whale of a time and thinking it's highly funny running and playing in the snow.
Have you got snow chains with us?
Yeah. That's my last resort.
So that's me saying that snow chains are our last resort.
But I'm not even going to
But
risk
you
that.
can see there that I'm sliding off the ground really bad. It's at this point
that way.
that I realise it's my front right hand wheel and even left hand wheel, but especially the right is just spinning and spinning. I can get no grip even when we've got it down to the what we thought was the tarmac. It was just pure ice, it was frozen over. So Hayley's now out at this point
Shovel out your side.
and she's having to dig us out. Now Hayley was an absolute trooper at this point. It doesn't look like it, but she spent absolutely ages just shoveling loads of snow from underneath and right back on the road as far as she could. You can hear her just working her socks off there. She was a real trooper at this point. And not only do I have the most prettiest wife in the world, but I have an amazing wife that is able to dig us out of snow, hopefully. That's what I'm thinking at this point. She's my only resort, really.
Come have a go.
Now it might not look it at this point in the length of the video, but by this point Hayley has been digging for a good 10 minutes and she's continuing to dig and doing a sterling job. She really is just digging the wheels out in the best way that she possibly can.
Downloadable 3 words.
I've got it.
It's at this point that we're thinking we need to get on to what 3 words to try and get somebody to come and give us a hand, because there's no way I can get out. I can go slightly forward, but once again I'm just spinning there. I don't go too far forward because I'm going to get even more stuck than what I already am. we're really panicking by this point. As you can see, the snow on the side there is just spinning up, and even in the lowest gear that I've got, because being an automatic I've got no gear change, so I'm trying to keep the revs down, but I'm trying to get going backwards as well, because the little bit of momentum I've got, I'm trying to get over the icy bits that were stuck on. But no matter what I did, I just couldn't get any grip, and we were just sliding. And I'm just thinking, we can't get stuck here because we're well and truly trapped. There's no phone signal. Oh, and then as you can see there, so that's some of the digging that Hayley's done. She's dug all that lot out for us. And so I try and shoot forward as much as I can. I'm going to try and gun it backwards as much as I can. But every time I try and come back, I'm just sliding off to the right and getting closer and closer to that ditch. A little bit of grip I get when I'm going forward, I just lose as soon as I come backwards. And once again I try and just edge forward a little bit as much as I can, and then just try and gun it backwards as much as I can, as quick as I can, to try and get over the icy bits. But it's just not working. And at this point I see Hayley walking back from a good few hundred yards that she's been behind us, and she's found something on the side of the road, like it's a soily kind of gritty kind of thing, and what she's doing is she's chucking that under the wheels in the snow, trying to get us as much grip as we possibly can at this point. We're just trying everything we can because we don't want to be stuck there for the night. We have no idea and no idea of how we're going to get out of there, because there's nobody that can come and rescue us. So at this point I'm just stuck and I have no idea how we're getting out. And once again it's at this point that I realise that Hayley's been walking for ages behind us, and she's been chucking gravelly grit kind of stuff on the snow soil stuff to try and just help us get some grip. But once again you can see as soon as we get there, the tyres are just spinning, and even when I'm trying to go forward now, we're just losing that traction and the tyres are on it. By this point I've got the automatic gearbox in snow drive, but even that's not helping, and even the studs on the tyres are not working at this point. We are well and truly stuck. It might not look much at that point, but we really were panicking at this point. We were no idea how we were going to get out of this. We had no idea. We were slinging everything, including the kitchen sink, at it and thinking, how do we get out? You see, the problem for me is because I've got the wheelchair ramp on the back of the van, the little bit of weight that comes with the engine is lifted up because the wheelchair ramp weighs that much that my wheelchair and the weight of the ramp at the back just lifts the front wheels. So it's absolutely pathetic in any weather like this because it just has no weight on the front end whatsoever. Once again I'm trying to edge backwards and forwards with the little bit of grip that I've got, and I'm just trying absolutely everything we can to just try and get over this little bit of ice that we're stuck on. No matter what I do, I just don't seem to be able to get any grip, and we're just stuck, and we just can't get over this little bit that we're going backwards and forwards, and as you can see there, look at it, it's just digging it up. But even though we're digging it up, we're not getting any grip, and we're just sliding into the field on the right hand side. And the fear that I had, I knew that if we ended up in that field on the right hand side, then there was no way we were going to get out of that because it was waterlogged and bogged down, and that we'd have had no hope whatsoever in getting out of.
Just move well back, 'cause I'm going to gun it.
So I'm telling Hayley to get well and
I
truly
don't
out
know
of the way,
yet, just stand back.
so that I can just give it everything that we've got. This is my last hope in trying to get out. The little bit of momentum I've got going forward, and then I want to stick it in reverse and just give it everything I've got. And I'm trying our best at this point to just the little bit of momentum we've got going forwards and backwards, just trying to get it out. At least we were moving, but we just couldn't get over that barrier of that last little bit of ice. And then all of a sudden, as you can see, it just starts going and we can get over it. But even there where you can see the road's clear, it's just sheer black ice. No matter what we did, we couldn't get on it. And even though I've got to that point, we're still not out of the woods.
We're going to be alright on the next bit,
I think so.
because that's a bit snowy as well.
Yeah.
Can you reverse all the way back down there? Because them corners were...
The horrendous sounds. Don't put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
Because if we start losing on some of them corners, I just want you to jump.
There might be a place we can turn around.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the ditch there. That was the next snowy bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And after that it was pretty okay, just some bits at the side with
Yeah.
scary corners. Thank
Well
you,
done.
Jesus.
Teamwork makes the dream work.